Hi, welcome back to, why don't we see if we can seize up an engine today. Today we're going to be working on, today I'm going to be doing a number of things, so I'm going to be wearing the same clothes for the next 5 videos, but they're all going to be done today for the most part. Today we're going to be working on the Honda FourTrax 420. Again, the battery still works in it. It's been fine. Haven't charged it up at all. I do believe it was just that it was low. So this is it right here. Again, we're going to be doing an oil change on it. So when you're doing an oil change on at least a 2007 FourTrax, you have to remove this whole side panel right here, and they just pop in and out. You've also, let me walk around to the other side. You've also got to remove this entire panel because your oil filter is going to be right in here. So I've got my oil filter set out so I can replace that. The drain plug is underneath. I don't think you're going to be able to get a good shot at that, so why don't we go ahead and get started here. Okay, like I said, I'm probably not going to be able to get you up underneath of there very well, but we can try. So if you're having trouble locating it at home, right here's your foot cleat where your feet go, and it's pretty much just straight back from there. There's a hole in the center of that of the plastic skid plate down there. Right here is going to be your oil filler point and your oil checker point. So we're going to go ahead and loosen that up just so we can get some good air pressure coming in there behind it, just to help force all the oil out. You want to make sure that you're kind of on level ground. The way this case sits, you can probably jack it up just a little bit from the back just to help it get a little bit more level. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep it on level ground. That should be good enough. We're going to get started. Okay, we're going to give the oil just a few, probably 10 or 15 seconds here, just to drain out a little bit before we take off this, the oil filter there. It's been a while since I've done this one, so I'm pretty sure that there is a spring back there that you got to watch out for. So, like I said, I already got my new oil filter, and it's got it written on here, this side and spring towards engine. So yeah, there is definitely a spring inside of there. So as soon as that's done draining out a little bit, we'll go ahead and break that thing loose. You can see it's still flowing pretty good right there. Well, that should be good enough. So you're going to have 3 bolts on this thing right here that you got to take off. I'm going to say 8. It's going to be probably an 8mm socket. Let's see. It's hard to do this with one hand. So, let's see if this is actually right. Yep. And once you get all 3 of the bolts out, you want to make sure you put them somewhere right there that you can kick away later on. So that should just pop off, and you're definitely going to get some oil in your hand. So, and all over the ground. Okay, and once you wipe all the oil off your hand, you can see, you might be able to see, inside of there is a spring that's still on the engine, and I think that's fine. So make sure we're putting this thing back in on the right side. Yeah, it'll go just like that. And when you're done with this thing, when you're ready, or when you're getting ready to put this thing back in, you want to make sure you wipe all this stuff off, any dirt that's going to be on the crankcase side. That way you can, you know, you're going to have a pretty good seal. And you can see a little rubber O-ring down here. Make sure that that thing's in there. You're just going to pour oil all over the place. And you can see too, right here, that is actually an oil passageway, and there it is on the other side. And so oil can come in through that way. Okay, and that is really pretty much it for the four-wheeler. The only thing we got to do now is I'm going to have to add oil. Like I said before, it comes right in through there. Make sure you put your oil plug back in, or else you're going to have to go get more oil. But that's really pretty much it. It's pretty simple. You just kind of got to, you're on 3 sides of the vehicle just to take care of this one. If you guys have any questions, let me know.